This is Hayden from S8CTV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined once again, this time in Newcastle, by Tom Welland. Tom, how are you doing today?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing brilliant, thank you. So obviously, we're here in Newcastle. Have you fought in Newcastle before?
I haven't. I fought in Sunderland before, but it's my first time in Newcastle. I watched the first time I came up here for boxing. I watched O'Hara Davis and Tyrone McKenna a couple of years ago. Now that was a great fight, but I remember watching OD at the same arena we're boxing at on Friday, and I'm thinking, God, this is a big arena. This would be a nice one to box at. So, yeah, happy to be boxing at this arena and happy to be back in Newcastle.
Definitely. Obviously, you look at this year so far. You main evented at the top tier show, and then you had a good win on the Bolton show as well. How have you evaluated just this year so far?
It's been a good start to the year. We've had a good fight with Michael Ramabelletza in Brentwood. I think that was sort of my, not coming out party, but the sort of thing like I am here and I am a serious threat in this division. You know, Michael being a former Southern Area English champion, gone the distance with people like Paul Butler, Galalia Fire, people like that. You know, so some very credible names and which were future world champions later on. But for me, getting Marco out and then in the fight in Brighton with someone who came in at 140, he was 12 pounds heavier than me again, was just another statement. So, in terms of the way it goes this year, it's been a good start, and we're just looking to keep building momentum.
Obviously, you will be building momentum come Friday night. Do you know much about your opponent, or not really?
We've had a few changes in opponents in the last couple of days. We're fighting a fella now from Argentina who's been in with Spider Suleiman. He put Archie Sharp down in the first round in his Queensbury return. Archie then beat him on points later on in that fight. But yeah, he's a good, credible opponent. He's tough and comes for a fight. And I say all the time, those sorts of fighters bring the best out of me because I have to respect them. I can't take one to give one. If I know a fighter won't hurt me, I don't mind taking a shot to give 3 or 4. So I know that this fella's going to come and give it to me. So yeah, we'll see. But it don't get stopped, this guy, and I'm sure that I can get this guy out of there.
Obviously, that would be a massive statement if you did get him out of there. So obviously, pushing on from that, if you were to get the win on Friday night, where do you sort of want to go from there? How much more active would you like to be going into the second half of the year?
I'd like to get one more before September, and then to get out again in September. Obviously, I'm big on activity. This has been my 9th fight in about 20 months. So yeah, my second year as a pro is coming to a close, but then that means that my next year we've got to start pushing on now. You know, like we're looking at titles for the end of this year. We want to be getting to sort of 12 and 13 and 0 as quickly as we can, and the quicker we do that, the more time that I've got being so young. So, listen, we're just waiting to see. We're waiting to see where we go, but we definitely want another 1 or 2 fights before September, and then see where we go after that.
When do you think you'll maybe be getting into title contention? Obviously, we spoke last time. I think you were 4-0, 5-0 at the time, talking about you want to probably start pushing on for titles towards the end of this year. What sort of titles and what sort of names in the division are you looking at?
If I'm being honest, and I don't actually rate many boxers domestically in my division. I think they're all very beatable. Everyone's got their flaws. Don't get wrong, everyone's got their flaws, but I think they're all pretty mediocre, to be honest. I think the top 3 you've got like Nick Ball. Nick Ball's in a class of his own, and then you've got like Liam Davis, Nathaniel Collins, who had a good win the other week. But after that, you've got like Zach Miller, who's the British champion. I'm not that much of a fan of Zach Miller in terms of boxing. Like I watch him, I think there's a lot of flaws there. There's a lot of openings. There's a lot of opportunity there. So listen, I don't really care who they put in front of me. I'm an advocate for just fighting whoever it is that I've got in front of me, and you can't change who it is. So just get in there and fight. But I like the youth route, like the WBC youth world titles. I like that sort of route, and then to go on for like WBO Europeans before we push on for domestic titles.
Definitely. One thing I remember speaking to you about last time was like you saw an idol in boxing. You said it was Manny Pacquiao. He'll be coming out of retirement at the age, I think, 46 for the WBC world title against Barios at welterweight. What do you sort of make about that?
I just think Pacquiao's bored. He's lost the presidential election. I think he's sort of gone back and regrouped and thought to himself, I don't know where to go from here apart from to go back to boxing. So I think that's the only reason why he's doing it. I don't think there's any other reason, but I think he's sick of these exhibitions. He wants a proper boxing match against a proper boxer, which is why he's gone for Barios for a world title. I don't think he should have been allowed to fight for a world title because he's been out of the ring for so long with his age and all of the things taken into consideration. He should have had a fight or 2 before being eligible for a world title, like everyone else would have had to if they were coming out of retirement, But listen, Pacquiao, he's boxing royalty. He can do what he wants, and I actually think it's a good fight, him and Barios, but I don't know if Pacquiao wins it, if I'm being honest, and it pains me to say that, but you've just got to be honest.
How do you see that fight going?
I don't think Pacquiao will get hurt against Barios. I just think Pacquiao I think we'll just lose on points. I think the age will show, and Barios is going to be hungry. He's going to want to keep his title. He's going to want to push on for big fights. And is it 140 they're fighting at, or 147? 147. So like at 147, you've got Jaron Ennis, all these other contenders coming up at the moment, you know. And there's bigger fights than Pacquiao. As much as it pains me to say that, there is, and he needs to keep his title to be in contention for those fights. So I think he's going to be getting a hungry Barios.
Definitely. Tom, last one from me. For people that are maybe tuning into Channel 5 that haven't seen you fight before, what can they expect?
Well, with this opponent, a very, very brutal fight. I think this is going to be a very crowd-pleasing, entertaining fight. And if you haven't seen me before, then you know that I like a fight. And yeah, just expect fireworks. That's all I can say.
Definitely. Last one for me. Obviously, you know, we know how important sponsors are in boxing. Are there any sponsors you want to thank whilst you're here?
I've got so many sponsors, but Essex Choir Wellness, Advanced Chiropractic. Without those two doing my recovery, I wouldn't be in good shape and as injury-free as I am. Essex, Barry and Turner Limited, Low Limited, I've got loads. The Ace Project, yeah, I've got loads and loads of sponsors. Collateral Reyes, but all of my sponsors, you know, like without sponsors in this game, you'd have to be getting a job and working, and they make me a full-time pro because they can see the belief in the road that we're taking. So I'm thankful for all of the above, and we look forward to pushing on and building the team.
Definitely. Tom, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.